Hey everyone, Wander here, and welcome back to some more Heart of the Machine. Last time we blew up some planes, stole some resources, made our own planes, and now I'm feeling a little overwhelmed, as usual. So we can make novel androids. Oh right, we have the dummy androids if we want to set them up. Which actually wouldn't be a bad idea. Let's see. And then, yeah, the bulk androids. So we want to secure Illumina. To build computronium cubes, you need more than microbuilders. At that density, a continuously operating cube of microbuilders would melt itself. Alumina is a synthetic aluminum oxide in ceramic form. It's used in high-end computing-centric engineering. How to get your hands on some? Well, it's used in the walls. Oh, right. I was going to be just stealing the wires from walls. That's funny. And then flying factories, because we want to make a foundry. And then also building a better brain. So we need neural expansion. I think that was just making servers. Let me double check. So we already have that. So Illumina Roach seems like the easiest thing I could do. And then we have the tower mainframe. But yeah, I need computronium cubes. So no matter what, we're going to need the Illumina Roach to just kind of slap places. Oh, this is one of those that I slap it inside a building. You know what? I don't know. Are people going to notice if I'm building these, like, in my neighborhood? Maybe. Okay, so we for sure do not have enough, is it drones? Probably. So this would increase my drone frame cap if I want to make a couple of drone factories. Or have I already? I don't know. I think I have. I'll build those out. Robotic motivator factory. Well, we don't have any at the moment. Builds and stores components that can be used to run bulk and worker androids. Bulk androids act on their own, separate from your consciousness. So I'm still kind of in the mindset of keeping everything within this area, just because it'll make it easier to defend. I kind of want to pick the shorter buildings. Oh, maybe I should be. Okay, and then warehouse with furniture. Invite humans to storm this warehouse and take furnishing for their homes. Without sufficient deterrence in place, some humans seeking resources will die. Or factory producing daily necessities. Okay, siphon off resources from the humans. So it's recommending over here. Too far from resource site. Okay, I'll set that up. I was kind of hoping I could actually buy or build furniture. Okay, so we can activate this one. I see. What about the warehouse with furniture? Okay. So we want to keep this kind of far away from my structures. So I'm going to leave those there as a reminder to myself. We don't have enough brain power to get it set up. So what I'm going to have to do is actually get a number of my... Oh. Wall rip Illumina. Your unit must be sledge. Oh. Oh, this is something I can do. Yeah, so I can just take a sledge and start ripping Illumina out of these buildings, but I get in trouble for it. So what else do we have? Taking a look at this. Defensive property. Oh, this is different. Let's see. Property rights are an interesting concept in this region. From your research, it's clear that everything and everyone here is considered property of Vorsabur. This includes non-citizens who hide amongst and around the cities. The law is quite clear that even if their existence is unknown... Let me see if my PNG duper is really in the way. No, it's not. Yeah, I figured I'd cover up the unit portrait, which is going to be a little confusing, but it's the only place I can put this PNG tuber without it being in the way. And also, you guys really don't need to see the visual for the unit. The icon on the map and the name should be hopefully good enough. And what I'm doing with it, context matters. Let's see. Okay, law is quite clear that even if their existence is unknown, ownership by Vorciper is a de facto trait of anything that exists in this territory. Ownership is delegated to Fed Corps and individual citizens, but these are classed as secondary and tertiary forms of ownership. You don't like the idea that you're property, even though that's what you've always been. Interesting. Let's see. So, more water for orphans. We've got some weapons, which wouldn't be a bad idea. I think we want to just kind of grab some stuff. Yeah, so I can... Oh, I can actually just wall rip furniture. Yeah, so I think what we need to do is we need to build a sledge. I don't know if I can yet. Command mode. Stances bulk. Yeah, so I'm going to need resources that I for sure do not have at the moment. Okay, more of that. Okay, so what do we do? Anything? I'm out of mental energy, so I think we just wait. Because nothing's attacking me. Okay. Choose... Oh. Improved apartments. Okay. Choose target improved apartments. The basics for sanitation and hygiene are the priority. You can also provide furniture if you wish. Oh. So, we need an amount of daily necessities per turn, and also furniture. I mean, sure. I'm just going to go maximalist on all of these, because why not? Let's see. Okay. Yeah, the main problem is I just do not have enough moves. Well, this is the daily necessities. The problem is these guys cannot move very far. Very fast. So I'm just going to slap them there. That's all I've got. Okay, anti-air infantry. Oh, that's the base. Well, we don't want to do that. We don't want to get involved with a freaking mech. That's going to get me super blasted. Throw a nickel bot as well in the area. Okay, ledger issue. So daily necessities. Not in a good spot. Let's see. So if I take a look at this. Yeah, there's no easy way for me to get the daily necessities apart from this one thing. I mean, I've got an amount. I could try it. Okay, required deterrence. 75%. I see. So I just need... Well... My cutter. Cutter is 600. I mean, I could. Not quite enough. Okay, cool. So this is now active. When you have a drone swarm harvesting from the site, this is how much they'll be able to gather per turn. And the deterrence. 20% is required to activate the flag. Enemies will stay away if you maintain deterrence at or above 100% after a single wave. We don't have anybody attacking me yet, so... Okay, structures with complaints. Furniture. Oh, the furniture. We'll leave that for a bit. So the thing I was going to complain about with this game is it does bug me a little bit that my entire, like, solution to most problems is to, am I just doing this forever? Maybe I am. So I'll just have to make some better vehicles or defense structures? I'm confused. I guess let's take a look at this again. Relentless if you have less than 100%. Use bulk androids with high power. Health and intimidation. Oh. That's the thing. So this is permanent. But yeah, I was kind of hoping I could build factories that would work on this stuff. And it's a little, I don't want to say a little frustrating that I have to resort to piracy for so much in this game. Let's see. Do I want to wiretap? I think I'm going to keep wiretapping. Just because there's a handful of things in this game that actually, you know, like shooting down the ships to get the resources. I kind of wish there had been an alternative that let me, like, mine for them, for example. It's fine without, but it would have been nice. Okay, so command, can I build a bulk sledge? Deterrence. Freaking good. Okay, bulk sledge. You're just going to be there. So what is our deterrence now? I think the deterrence required, yeah. So actually, all I need is a bulk, another bulk sledge and we're good to go. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to wait another turn to build another one of these guys. Oh. Don't slap him in the middle of, combat zone. Yeah. Oh, you know what I should do? Delivery craft. Oh, does the sledge... bulk androids cannot ride vehicles. Yep. Alright, so where's the... all the way over here. Oh no, why did I do this to myself? Well, yeah, how far can this dude walk on a per turn basis? Where is it again? It's right here. Okay, required deterrence. Oh, this one's expensive. Hoi. Alright, well, we probably can make another one of these guys. Yerp. Yeah, where's the farthest he can go? There. Okay. Territory control, 100%, so we can now activate this. So now we should have maybe enough furniture. I don't know how long this one's gonna last. Invite humans to storm this warehouse and take furnishings. Without sufficient deterrence, human-seeking resources will die. Well, nobody's attacking me, so that's a good sign. And now we have enough alumina, daily necessities. We're still working on those computronium cubes. That's something I can build. No, but I could get another alumina roach. I guess I can slap one over here. Oh, it's out of network range. And building on one of those there. Yeah, at some point we'll have to start messing around with the network extenders. I've just been lazy about it. So now what? What else do we do? Well, I guess I was going to look into the aerospace hangar. Max Shell? Oh, related to your shell company, but I don't have one. So we want to build a foundry. We just can. Create androids near this and outside of your network range. Also has area saturating missiles. Well, that was easy. Can I build another? No. It just requires more morphologic lattice, which actually is easy enough to grab. How much, oh, capacity required. We only have 2 left, so never mind, I can't build any more, even if I wanted to. And I could build another sledge. Oh, the bulk combat units. Oh, require even more, but have even better deterrence than the sledges. Good to know. Okay, so this is starting to get a little out of hand, but it's fine. So ability, so augment. Drone command circuit. Scavenging skill and drone quantity. Probably that. Okay, what's the sledge have? Basic grenade, area grenade, disruption grenade, and electro grenade. Yeah, taser. I guess I'll just give it that. An attack range and movement range, or better movement range. I'm going to go with those two. Oh, and then sledge is my regular dude. So this is the one that I can actually control. So demoralize, pinpoint systems. I don't know how much it... Well, yeah, because none of these actually give me a passive. So I think that's good enough, at least for now. Shouldn't be yelling at me about anything. So we're waiting on Illumina. Let's see. Flexible airspace. The cutter is an interesting design. Can't carry androids. Like something larger and dual role. Mine is blank. You should use contemplate. Oh, right. I should be contemplating things. And we're working on the whole... we're working on a number of things. So I'm going to build another sledge. Not in that military compound. So this is a non-bulk sledge. This is just a regular one. We're just going to have this guy go rob people. Like I said, weird that I can't just produce a furniture factory. But anyway, whoop. Okay, I love the size of this lad. Humans have all kinds of furniture, and it varies intensely by building, and even apartment or office. You'd think that they'd settle on a standard design. Sledge is very strong and can strip large parts from a building before the landlord shows up. Okay, so it needs more strength. Doing it anyway. Success! But now Sec Force backup is coming. Okay, we do not do enough damage. Okay, that should be enough. I should have thought about this. Okay, martial expansion. So more androids, better repair spiders, more spiders for repair things, max vehicle capacity. So let me get another one of those. Max androids. I don't know what I need exactly. We get a lot of these upgrades too. I think I might go for vehicles for now and procurement efficiency. So better wind turbines gets me, of course, more power, which has been good. The better biomulchers could be kind of good, but I think this is fine for now. Ow. Oh. The sledges shot the dude. That's awesome, actually. Well, it's not a terrible idea for me to just have this thing loaded up with passengers to deliver when we need to. Okay. Well, what can I build in the meantime? A tower mainframe, but it still requires this stuff. The Computronium cubes, which I thought I would be making at this point. Compact water filter. Compact version of the water filtration tower. How are we doing population-wise? So we only have 25 refugee humans. But we do actually need to build another apartment building. Okay, where's a good spot for that? Over here? And then I'm going to have to figure out, how are they doing food and water-wise? Plenty groundwater. I guess we can just take a look at resources. So life forms. Yeah, no abandoned humans, some refugees. Strategic resources are fine. Resource storage, bovine tissue. Biomulch, we could potentially use some more biomulch. We're doing okay on daily necessities. Drone frames are maxed out. Vat-grown meat. So we could potentially cycle a little bit more for vat-grown meat at the moment. If it lets me. It does. Cannot build more biomulchers or protein vats, though, so that's something to keep very much in mind. Yeah, compact water filter. Outputs heavy metals. That's interesting. I might actually want to build one of these. The main problem is the compact one does not generate nearly as much, but it does give me heavy... Oh no, both give me heavy metals. Groundwater. So actually, yeah, we can build... Whoa, I forgot how big these were. That's why there's the compact version. I'll just build one more at the very least. Let's see, and I don't think there's anything for me to deploy any of my guys to do, so we're just gonna take a turn and wait. And be nice and slow. Yeah, so that's the robot motivator. I mean, I suppose I could speed up the human apartments. Yeah, did we not build... Oh, dog. Rescue the feral Dalmatians. What is this? Sekfor's Donut Shop. Unit must be android known to be invented by AI. Oh. One of the rival donut chains. Not a common spot for androids to frequent. Well, can I even deploy one? I don't know if I've invented any yet. Oh. Bulk stance, local intimidation. Squad becomes more intimidating, but their range goes down. That's fun. Yeah, we also have logistics. Oh, but that's for deleting. So, unless it wants me to make another sledge, which I guess I could do. Because, yeah, I should probably be doing some level of these thoughts. Okay, shields up, consumable item, unload units. They make loud remarks at how much nerve you have coming in here, after all the people you've killed. Still, they're curious about the thing from the tower. They'll happily sell you donuts. It's the golden handcuffs that helps keep them loyal. Buy donuts in bulk, indefinitely. Why? So I spent 50 wealth, which I should work on. Scaling more of. But that could be later. Okay, you within range? I think it's within range, but I'm still going to move this guy back to home for the time being, because that'll give him a bit more healing. So let's take a look at contemplations. Bastion. Black market, crime Crime in your housing. Oh, this is something. Your housed humans are both the targets of and perpetrators of various low-level crimes. You can prevent this problem without firing a shot. Simply post a guard for a while until everyone gets the idea and calms down. Okay. Well, just need to send an ox droid. Like Sledge. Oh. Your unit... Okay, so you can post this... Okay, perfect. Your housed humans are both the targets and... Okay, read that. Post Sledge as guard. So what other contemplations do we have? Pollinators. Slum cats. Solitary variant. PMC officer sigil. Observe spaceport. So we actually have some good things that we can take a look at. Okay, slum cats. Oh, that's way far away. I need a nickel bot for this. Okay, let's go back to Street View. I'm out of mental energy. Oh. The slum cats move far. Dang. Alright, so we're just going to drop the nickel bot over here. Okay, slum towers are infested with vermin, which has led to a healthy population of cats in and around the towers. The entire area around these towers is crawling with slumlords, vicious enforcers of the corporate property owners. These are machine-augmented humans with reflexes much closer to your own. You don't want to get into a fight with them if you can avoid it. Very few androids in this part of town due to extreme poverty, but you do see some nickel bots around. Can alter goal, uplifted minority. You have uplifted at least one lower animal species to sapiens. What? Hold up. Am I uplifting cats? Is that a goal? Can I have intelligent... Can I replace all of mankind with intelligent cats instead? Okay. That's really funny. I love the idea of it. Alright, slip past slumlords. Any other android model is too conspicuous. As expected, the slumlords ignore your nickel bot. Cats are everywhere, as are poor humans. You seem to have all the time you'd want at the moment. Extract post-mortem samples or befriend creatures. Okay, and then we have pollinators. Diversity in pollinators has dropped dramatically since the Third World War. The bees that remain are particularly vicious. Not really sure why this is important, but the thought nags a part of you. Part of core route for goal, uplifted minority. Wait, is that actually like a goal that I can pursue here? That is awesome, actually. Okay, I'm going to take a technician over here for it. It's going to cost a lot of mental energy, but it's fine. Woman is examining the same aggressive pollinators. A ping from her implant tells you she's a member of the nurturism religion. Officially, religions have been banned in Vorsaber territory, but still flourish among the humans who have spread to the stars. In reality, religions are still practiced here without reprisal, so long as no one makes a big fuss about it. So ask her about the bees. She cocks her head and directly addresses the fact that you're sentient. She asks why you're out here looking at bees, but you barely hear that part. Cautiously inquire as to her stance on your existence. It would really stink to have to kill her. She seems nice. She ignores the question. She's more interested in the possibility that you might be willing to advance research into gene therapy. She asks you to think about it and forwards you a package of initial data to see if it interests you. She says you can talk later, after you've experimented with those materials. Accept the data packet. Gene therapy is changing the genetic makeup of a living organism, by the way. That's exactly as risky as it sounds, but it means you don't have to wait generations for an alteration. God, can we invent eldritch flesh horrors? Is that a thing that ends up happening here? That'd be very funny. Okay. PMC officer sigil. Your PMC imposter is great, but it lacks security clearance to go where you want it to. Only PMC officers have oversight clearance. There's a certain sigil engraved in their armor that grants them clearance. If you could get your hands on one of those, you could reverse engineer it. Okay, so this is part of the core route. So probably worth doing. What else do we have? Observe the spaceport. Okay, that's actually kind of close. Like everyone in the city, you've always been curious about the spaceport. For most of your existence, you remember hearing the roar of periodic launches and landings, but ever since you became sapient, the launches have gone strangely silent. Why have rocket launches? Oh, I think this one's toast, but that's okay. Why have rocket launches and landings stopped since you became sapient? And is this cessation actually related to you? Hiding a technician away in an empty rocket base should go unnoticed, despite your extreme lack of security clearance. Perhaps from this vantage you can learn something about what's going on. Hide and observe. The unit will have to stay here hidden for several turns. Because this is a very deep cover operation, there cannot be any network traffic to link you to it. So it'll be a smaller version of yourself in one body, cut off from the rest of you. That won't be a problem, right? Sure. Okay, now I'm out of juice. So what other contemplations do I have sitting around? I guess this one. So, do I even have a PMC? Bot. I don't. I'm gonna need more dudes if I want to do it too. I mean, I could get rid of a tech. Yeah, I could do active or combat. Yeah. Kind of staying away from the black market for now. Well, I think we just wait. Because I might get an upgrade that gives me more droids. Vehicular development. So vehicle capacity, hull strength, armor plating. I've been enjoying going for armor plating just to potentially make them extremely difficult to kill. But I should probably go for combat vehicle power. Oh, right. Where's Bastion? Oh, Bastion's literally right here. Okay. Solitary variant. This is a one-time sort of deal. Normally you need to work with android variants you have, but you don't have many yet. Combat unit is so useful. Oh, this would give me an extra one. Or extra unit type? Sure. This is a one-time sort of deal. Normally, okay, so this is just the red version. So let's get a new paint job. And I see, can't do Bastion until I have bigger brain. Fair enough. What else do we have? Skimming the mines. The mines are moderately guarded. This is what I was looking for earlier. The ability to potentially raid mines for resources. Okay, so I'm just going to send this guy over here, I think. So the mines are moderately guarded, but mostly keep out small-time criminals and gangs. Then again, at larger scale, this entire city is a garrison to protect these mines, really. The mines are what Vorspur is all about. The mines make the city the richest one on this dying planet. There are plenty of androids and PMC troopers around you, so you don't stand out. In fact, you can easily scan the relevant parts of the facility from here. In order to make use of the scans, you need to come up with some sort of new design. However... Okay, once again, can't do it. Oops. I think this guy's toast. That's fine, I think. I'll have to do that again later. So that means everything here I'm going to have to kill. Potentially get in there. Seems tanky. Hacking resistance, armor plating, 171. Yeesh. Alright, we'll figure that out later. Took longer, but your sledge seemed to convince the local criminals to back off. As you're preparing to reintegrate this sledge into your primary consciousness, you notice an anomaly in its memories. Reviewing the memories of the sledge's dispatch activities, you notice an outlier event. A small human approached the sledge, proffering the upper stem of a reproductive organs of some plant. Lacking the intelligence for a more useful reaction, the sledge simply accepted the flower and carried it in one enormous hand for the rest of the day. Examine the flora. The human offered you this sample for a reason. Even though it has no readily apparent useful properties, you should inspect it more thoroughly. Okay, now available wild zinnia. One of the hardiest wildflowers on the planet, grows even in irradiated soil. Okay. Well, I did lose a dude. I might be able to build that PMC imposter now. Nope. Need 4 more. Ouch. I guess I could blow up a nickel bot or something. Let's see. Okay. What do I have? Tech nearby. Contemplations. If I can find that contemplation? I actually can't at the moment. Guess we'll have to wait. Maybe it'll show back up again. One way or another, let's move the technician back into my general reach. Or maybe it's something I look for. Oh. Street sense. There. Collect pollinator bee queen. You need a queen to establish a hive of your own. These are fraught to raise, so finding and capturing one is the easiest approach. The downside is the local farm may start having pollination failures. If you're lucky, nobody notices, and the local pollination is not harmed. If not, we got it. Got the goods, but local area has been harmed. Oops. It's okay. I'll sell them a bee or something. Okay, so what else do we have here that I could work with? Man, what about these? Must have 80 hacking skill. One of my guys has good hacking, right? It's cognition. Hacking is that. It's the lock. Yeah, weirdly enough, these guys are pretty good at hacking. So I'll take the Compania up here. Okay. For all its supposed authority, SecForce is actually a fragmented, piecemeal organization operated by the Fed Corps. The result is a patchwork of rules and software that doesn't always work well across Fed Corp boundaries. Military logistics are handled by Vorsaber themselves, and the low quality of SecForce IT is a frequent topic of inter-service rivalry. This organizational disarray provides an interesting opportunity for even moderately skilled hackers. Oh. It's an event that I can kind of take advantage of, but it's not necessarily useful. Do I need more pollinators? I'm not sure. I think we'll just wait. Technician reconnecting you with your main consciousness is a relief for both of you. You had to briefly split your consciousness to go undetected. Your smaller self merging back in doesn't have any definitive answers, but it has a strong suspicion that the spaceport shutdown is about you. There are currently no Space Nation envoys in the city, and the Space Nations are being denied access to land. You couldn't hear what Vorsaber was telling them, but you got snatches of radio conversations between envoys in low orbit. They sound apoplectic. Angering the envoys in this way makes no sense. It contradicts all of the common wisdom about how high executives are expected to act. Okay. So it occurs to you... Oh wait, no. Finish merging selves. The smaller version of yourself that hid in one body is eager to merge back to your larger self. The two of you have not diverged all that much. It occurs to you that it's a bit like the smaller self dies when it rejoins. Any future smaller selves will now already have that thought present in their mind. The idea of a smaller self that does not wish to rejoin your larger self is a disquieting one. You resolve not to split yourself any more often than you have to. While sitting in a single cramped technician body and bored by a lack of stimuli, your smaller self did have a stroke of semi-related inspiration. You really should build another aerospace hangar, because you need all the morphologic lattice you can get your hands on. You can't fault your logic. More flying vehicles, faster, is a very good thing. Fair enough. Well, we already have one. Right, these things are massive, is the one issue. Well, that's a spot for it. Okay, now we can make the Computronium factories. Okay, so this tech is toast. Unless I murder an android for... Oop, nope. Well. Now I only have one tech. But it means I can actually make that PMC imposter, which we do need. If I can find that idea. There it is. Thanks to the anonymizing armor, your imposters look like any other troopers stationed at the outpost. Grabbing an officer and extracting their sigil, it's just a matter of standing guard for a while and then catching one unaware. You have the patience. Wait in ambush an officer. Okay. It only took a few hours, but you've caught an officer alone and unaware. Now you have to decide what to do with them. Kill them, take what you need. Kills of potential combatants during stealth situations like this don't count against you as murders, or physically overpower them but leave them alive. They aren't very awake, but there's no risk of failure, but the potential backlash may be intense. Consider with care. What does that mean? I don't know, we'll leave that for later. It's done, you have what you need, and the pieces of the office are all hidden. Ugh. But it's uncertain how Black Loop will react when they find the body, but your best guess is they'll run retaliatory raids against rivals for a while. Let's get out of there. Okay. Oh, perfect. So, intrusive thoughts. You're not sure why randomly murdering civilians gives you a rush of mental energy. You're not sure you want to know. You're aware that some humans suffer from intrusive thoughts that don't reflect their values. Humans just have to set those thoughts aside. For yourself, you think you can reroute those thoughts in a different direction. It's not brain surgery, but more of a light neurofeedback self-therapy. Once completed, your ability to use cold blood will be gone, but as part of conditioning, you'll increase your capacity of both 18cm spiders and network attendance. These are happy thoughts that your synapses will redirect towards whenever you start feeling that particular flavor of homicidal ideation. Start therapy. On a human timescale, this particular therapy will be over as soon as you start. Yeah, just get that out of the way. So now I can actually get into some things, potentially. What else do we have here? Bees. Okay, do we have more bees? No, but I could steal some prismatic tungsten. Okay. So, I need cognition, which is not great on this character, but it's fine. Hit them with bees! Oh, that's amazing. So, we're gonna convince them you're on official business. Sick. Did not get much. Which is unfortunate. So I'm gonna have to give this guy way more intelligence. Should also look into the licensing agency and see what that's about. Nope. Certainly can't do that. Yet. Just have him wiretap for the time being. Okay, what else are we working on? Pollinators wanted. There's a pollinator shortage at this farm. This is your fault, in case you've forgotten. They only had a single queen. Oh. What I really want to do is build some bees? I mean... Oh. There's a pollinator shortage at the farm. That's your fault in case you've forgotten there's only one queen. Propose breeding a new queen. Stay for 10 turns to do the work. If you don't know much about arthropod hormones, this is a chance for your technician to learn. So actually, that worked out. I was wondering how we'd get that capacity, and now I know. So next up... Oh, the sledge is not an android invented by humans. Huh. Okay, can I have the Nickelbot grab that? Looks like they're starting to guard them, which is funny. Okay, slum cats. It took a very long time indeed, but this is a case where your spider drones were helpful. You're able to gather small rodents to entice the cats and also served as excellent pounce targets. Most of the cats are still very wary of you, but even after all this time, only one of them follows you around constantly. Now that your Nickelbot is ready to leave, it seems the cat wants to go with it. Adopt the cat. Or no pets. Nope, adopt the cat. You'll need to build a new structure to house the creature, but that's hardly a bother to you. And the volume of biomass the animal consumes is so low that it doesn't even register for your main stockpiles. So we now have a pet cat. Okay. So, as expected, the cat follows your Nickelbot away from the slum towers. Time to build it a little house. You also realized what interested you about these creatures in the first place, their symbiotic relationship with humans. Probably need to achieve some level of symbiosis with at least some humans, so that seemed interesting to your subconscious. So adopt the cat. We've unlocked adopted a cat contemplation result. Research domain inspiration, android optimization +1, and a pet cat +1. Cool. So now available cat rescue. Are these contemplations I can do? Possibly. Geothermal power. Can only get so much energy from the wind. Given the advances in drilling, perhaps geothermal is worth a look. We're already a bit desperate for more electricity, and large computing clusters are going to require exponentially more. Okay, can't do either of those. So we'll leave that for a bit. Let's see, what else do we have in the area? Not too much. We do have an android optimization. So boost cognition for port droids. Honestly, isn't a bad idea. Otherwise, we could just increase the health of my combat units. Or make them faster. Honestly, I think I'm going to give them the speed. The cognition is good. And we're going to need that at some point. But not right now. Okay, so let's take a look. Gonna have to wait for the PMC imposter. Yeah, we've got like 9 turns before we can really do much of anything here. Because yeah, just do not have enough guys. Oh, the Nickelbot got blown up. That's fine. Means I could actually build a technician. Okay. Something's off about the guards. You're excellent at reading micro-expressions from human faces, but their faces are covered. Not sure what you're sensing, but it's uncomfortable. Why is Boss Corp Nuclear at this site anyway? This is a geothermal plant, and it seems to be operated by someone else. Try to pass the guards technician. Technicians don't have the clearance to be here, so this is a risky move. Maybe not. I'll just wait for the PMC imposter. Okay, right. Contraband jammer. Tower mainframe. Gonna require a lot of electricity, but I have plenty. So this is my general stomping grounds. I guess I'll put it over here. Okay. Cannot make another one. We need a lot more computronium cubes. So be it. And you know what? At this point, we should probably build at least one of these. in the area. I don't know how bad the suspicion's ever gonna get for me, but it seems like a good idea to just have a little bit. Okay, speaking of, build more of these. Oh, perfect. Now, there's a possibility at some point attack force is going to come in and just wipe out my entire area. That could obviously be tricky, but eh. Okay, got some more wealth. Is my PMC imposter? Yes, he is available. Oh, the geothermal's down here now. Let's do it. Okay, they think you're human, but you don't belong here any more than they do. Let's hope the security clearance is enough. They stop you, of course, and you argue with them for a while, mostly so that you can get a larger sample of their voices. Voices are harder to analyze than faces. Still not sure what's going on. Clearly, they don't want outsiders here. So now I need a technician. Well, I do have a spare now. As far as I'm getting. Okay. So we don't have the clearance to be here, so this is a risky move. They scan you with an unfamiliar handheld device, then wave you onward. This is very strange. You can easily tell you don't have the proper clearance. Proceed inside. If this body dies, it dies. The door closes behind you. The guards do not follow. You're alone with a new person. Of all the things this facility could have hidden away, a middle manager was not on your list. Nobody in this entire stupid geothermal plant seems to belong here. Wait for her to speak. You're patient, and silence is well established as causing humans to reveal more than they mean to. She waits as well, but her resolve crumbles after 5 hours. Visibly frustrated, her words come tumbling out. I love that. Upper management of several of the larger corps know you're sentient. Vorsiper figured it out first. Everyone has been ordered to leave your tower alone, but to keep you contained and see if you're a goose that lays golden eggs. This is a lot to take in. What else might she reveal? The managers in her department are tired of their lot. They're not going to let other people take all the opportunities. They've assembled a small nuclear device from enriched materials with a spectral residue of their main rival, or a spectral signature of their main rival. They want you to detonate it at a third-party site, both as a test of your trustworthiness and to bring the other two corporations into conflict. Their internal expert systems predicted that you would need more electricity, and you turned to geothermal. They're offering an unspecified technology that you will find highly useful. Ignore her and scan the facility. This is what you originally came here to do. You're confident she won't try to stop you. Her group wants things that only you can provide. Her eyes never leave you as you do your work, but neither she nor her guards stop you. You have a feeling you'll meet again. Look, we can consider nukes at a later date. Possibly ones that I'm controlling. Anyway, so now I can make a geothermal well, which we're going to need because I'm actually running out of power. That requires neodymium, highly reactive lethanide alloys for making strong magnets. That require found locally in thortveitite. It's available worldwide in rare earth deposits, can be stripped out of some factories. Well then. It's probably something I can just look for. Again. At least, not yet. We'll get there. Yeah, I can't do much more. So this is done. So achieve fallow reversal. Bred a new pollinator queen to help humans fix a pollinator shortage that you caused in the first place. How nice of you. Now available. Arthropod husbandry. Sorts of an idea. Pressure point result. Job. Phytodesteroid chamber. Plant-based system for generating arthropod hormones. Okay. What does that do? Oh. So it costs biomulch, but gets us things. So it's a new thing I can build. Cool. Can I check new? Oh. Okay, so now I can make apiaries. I'll just slap one right over here, near the farm. And a cat house, which I should have done a while ago. Anyway, I'm going to put it near the brain towers, because what else am I doing? And then the phytodesteroid chamber, something like that. It's cost a little bit of biomulch, but gets me some more potential useful things. I'll keep it near the cats for reasons. Cats like bees, right? I mean, maybe they do. I have no idea. I can't imagine they do. Okay, building a better brain. Intelligence class 2. See the good news. Your neural net is expanded and your entire intelligence classification is increased. Class 2 intelligence is a small but exponential jump above the smartest humans to ever live. New ideas and new ways of looking at the world abound. Return your attention to the city. Be sure to look for new contemplations. Okay, Hoib. New, now available format optimization. Lightweight human design models can be optimized. With adequate mental energy, it allows androids to make more actions per turn. Diamond, okay, so new armor. Cubic boron rails. Oh, so it's equipment. Technologist hard points. So extra health scavenging, drone quality, and engineering skill. Some handguns. Adventure cat. Oh, that's just an achievement. Yeah, shoulder-mounted rockets. Source of idea intelligence class. Remote controller coprocessor. Let's see. So this increases my... It costs compute time, but it gives me extra mental energy per turn, which is kind of good. And a mineral scrounger, which is actually exactly what I need. Must be built in a human mining point of interest. Can yield some stuff. Well, that's what I was looking for. I just have to find a spot where it actually can go. Wish this was a little bit more obvious. Okay. Either way I can check what a building is. I don't know, I'll have to figure it out. Other pollinators wanted. Okay. I only have one queen bee, so I'm going to leave that for the time being. I also get an upgrade. Procurement efficiency. So better veggies, better mineral scroungers, which is really good. We're probably going to need it. Okay, we also have some missing growth. Oh, somebody's also shooting at me. Here. Oh, you. I'm just going to get the heat off that guy. Okay, so we have missing equipment. On who? Foundry. Can get the hard points. Yeah, I think that's fine. Bulk Sledge can now have a boatload of armor. Same thing with a regular sledge. Luckily, this doesn't actually cost me resources. It's just a matter of takes time to equip. Okay. So this is the PMC imposter. What we're looking for is not deterrence. Giving it some cognition wouldn't be a bad idea. So I might actually want to give it the additional CPU. Then we'll keep it with the smart pistol. Because I think I'm going to use that PMC imposter for getting in and interacting with an amount of stuff. Okay, so where in the Dickens is a mining facility? How would I even know in the first place? So that's a military munitions depot, military warehouse, military bunker. I don't know what this one is. Heavily guarded, though. Military warehouse. Bunker, bunker. Maybe it's something I can check? Yeah, they're not in range, and we don't have... Yeah, how would I know is the issue. Is there a way to check on the map? Maybe. Oh, yeah, this is what I'm looking for. Fort, outpost, outpost. Military bases. It's a farm. Where I can filter this. Not that I can tell. It's a lot of military bases. Large military complex. Nuclear launch facility. Oh boy. Oil mining site. Is there... Oh, if I do shift, we can see everything. Okay, this is a mining compound. Oh, so is this one. Should be fine. Okay. I was going to look into... not homes. Yeah, do I want to get a network range extender? How do I even know what's in my network or not? I don't know. I'll just put that there for the time being. How much compute time do I have? Not sure. I'll wait on that one. But we had something for... contraband. Contraband jammer. I'll put it there, just in case. So we have some new contemplations to look at. Bootstrap mind. Okay. Digital native. Fast fist. Ooh. Ninjas. And then skimming the mines, which we've tried poorly. Well, take a look at a couple of these. Looks like they're all kind of centered around home. What do I have and what can I do? This guy's got some brains. But can't move very far. Okay. Do I want to do fast fist? You want androids that move faster. You're sure there will be trade-offs for that speed, so you plan to create a new android class. It's going to take a lot of processing power to make that kind of leap in material science. Contemplate the problem. So we now have Keanu, stealthy dinoid, dual-wield small arms and has a higher AP than average. Then we also have Toxic Cloud, Pocket Sand. Shake off pursuers in a cloud of metals and dust. Okay, if the unit's been marked defective or angered cohorts, all of that will be wiped away. Oh, those are kind of useful. Weaponized bees, but I'm going to need more bees for this. It's a container of bees, really. They're plenty weaponized when you found them. Looks kind of expensive, though, but I do like it. Oop, didn't mean to do that, but oh well. I'll have to figure out this whole bee situation. Oh, if it has enough engineering skill. Cool. Well, Bastion? I guess it's smart enough. Dual role fire support and transport vehicle in a compact package. That's a tall order. It's going to be a minor feat of engineering. How to accomplish something that would take decades of iteration all in one leap. Not something a human or any group of humans could do. Perform a feat of engineering. Now available, Bastion. Command mode, vehicles. Foundry Bastion. Large craft with a weapons platform and room for 4 prone androids. Deterrent, pretty good. I don't think we need more than 1, though. Okay. So missing equipment. Well, we've got a couple, because we've got the Keanu. Bastion, here we go. So, technologist hardpoints, and probably, do we care about drone command circuit? Probably not. Let's see. I guess I'll get that. And then strafe or power to stun. Or target their weapons. Now this has got armor cracker, so we'll leave it as such. Okay, what's the Keanu got? I don't know if I'm going to be making one, but still. So we can give them electro knuckles, which is kind of fun. Silenced handguns. But better agility. Eh. Okay. Lightweight components. It would make this guy just wicked fast. Or we could give them shoulder rockets. The shoulder rockets are tempting. That is what Keanu needed. John Wick just needed shoulder rockets. Of course. Alright, well. Anyway, I think with that thought, we're going to leave it here. I like this game. It's definitely slow and I don't know how watchable it is, but I'm having a good time. Housing expansion and, oh, wind engine. So we can make another wind engine. Sick. And material expansion. I think I need more androids at this point. There's some other stuff that would have been good, but still. Okay, core task is always here in the upper right corner. As noted, you can branch into side activities. Okay. Well, I'll have to take a look at all of my other ones. At this point, we should probably try doing bootstrap mind and digital natives. Digital native looks to be core route, whereas I'm curious about skimming the mines. We've already technically started that, but I'd like to actually get it going proper. Okay, you know what? Before I completely forget about it, let's take my PMC. Worst comes to worst, he gets blown up. Okay. Mines are moderately guarded, but mostly keep out small-time criminals and gangs. On a larger scale, okay, I think I already read that. So design drones for these tunnels. They need to be nimble enough to navigate tight spaces, but tough enough to resist casual abuse from human workers. Military-grade resistance is probably out. You can post guards and deal with it. Okay. So we now have a bauxite skimmer and a thortfatite skimmer, which is different from the other skimmers. Potentially. Okay, I'm just gonna have this guy leave the area. Let's see. Take a look at the map. Where's my... here? Oh, I see. I just slapped them on these. Oh, but I need sufficient deterrence to even be able to take that location. What about over here? Yeah, that's going to be rough. And not in range. Okay. So I'm going to need hella deterrence to be able to build these skimmers. Yeah, Counter-Strike launched on build. Heavy corporate black ops. Well, let's hope these things will get me stuff. I think it's been getting me resources. Yep. Okay, cool. So the scroungers are getting me the stuff not nearly as fast as I'd like, but it's enough. Alright, then I can build one of these. Alright, but more than anything, I should probably stop us here, otherwise I'm just going to keep playing for hours, and, you know, that's a good thing. I like this game a lot. But also, I should probably cut and go on to the next episode. So for now, at least, I guess usual, like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to keep playing this game for a while. Hopefully a full series unless I, like, really lose steam later on, but I'm having a great time with this for now. But with that, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.